Hey, Crawlspacers, welcome to our Spider News show. Let's introduce the panel. We've got George. What's going on, George?
Hey, my internet's working this time.
All right.
Not only that, Brad, but notice how my cam is not jitter anymore.
Oh, because you got a stronger connection. That's nice.
Yeah.
We had you for all 30 seconds last month, so
yeah, I got a newer router.
Ah, cool. Yeah, it's amazing. That thing's always on, so it's amazing it works so well. So yeah,
I got a newer router, and I got a early birthday present. My folks.
Happy birthday.
Well, it's not until next Saturday, July 3rd.
Okay, what'd you get?
My folks got me one of those Keurigs. Are you familiar with these things?
Yes. You put
oh my God!
This is not a coffee drinker, but I imagine it's nice.
This is a life changer. This is a donut shop.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Someone that likes to take us to the candy shop is JR. Let's go on, JR.
The hell?
Absolutely, because of candy, all of my natural teeth rotted away, and I'm now wearing dentures.
Oh my gosh, we need some young people in here. Tyler, what's going on?
Hey,
how's your dentures, Tyler?
Well, thankfully, don't have those yet, and
yet.
Yeah, yet.
We need more youth. Kelly, what's going on, Kelly?
Hi. I'm at work because I keep telling you I can't do Fridays.
Oh, well, thank you for.
Wow, poor Kelly.
So now I'm here. Now I'm here doing 3 shows in a row.
Oh my God!
It's like a cry for help.
Oh, Kelly, I am so sorry.
No, he's not.
Yeah, I know.
He'll keep doing it. He's not sorry. He'll keep doing it.
Well,
he laughs because he knows it's true.
Oh, well, I had no idea till we're live on the air. Someone else I had no. Well, we've got Peter. What's going on, Peter? I almost. You're just shaking your head. You all right, Peter?
I'm fine. Thank you for remembering me.
Well, I see.
Wow.
In the cast, it doesn't say Peter, does it?
Yeah, it does. It says you want me to do a news review for Ben Reilly, of all people.
I apologize.
I'm sorry.
But at the very top, it doesn't say. Anyway, you're here. Welcome.
Hi.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm here.
Javi is not here. So we were originally going to have Javi. So we've got 6 cams. So that's perfect. Oh, and here's Javi. What's going on, Javi?
Hey, Brad.
Well, this is off to a wonderful start, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Someone's mic. Is it me? Is it somebody crackling?
Oh, it's me. I definitely hear it crackling.
Is that me? Okay.
Maybe.
I unplugged me, plugged me back in. All right. Let's see who we've got in the chat saying hello. We've got Mr. Comics. This is my favorite show. Spider News. Bring on the funny, JR. He's talking to you.
I don't know. That's considering the stories that Brad gives me, it's very, very hard to bring the funny. I have to work overtime.
Well, at least you're not at home like at work like Kelly is. She's really dedicated.
Yeah, I expect to see her boss coming from behind her and firing her right on the air.
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn, JR. Wow. She's off the clock, probably. Yep.
I mean, I'm salary, so I'm never off the clock. But
yeah, I too have dwelt in that cave.
Sofalo, what's up? Hey, Matt. How's it hanging? It's fine. Milo, thanks for posting my review. There you go. Oh, yes. Milo did a great review for us. Let's see. Hold on. I will read this on the air. I didn't have this queued up. Boy, this is just off to a wonderful start. Do you think we'll hit the 8 o'clock show, guys? Come on.
I mean, y'all will. I won't.
You shut up. Milo, I have it now. Stand by, Con. Here we go. Best podcast ever. This show is fantastic. Brett is a great host, apart from no one laughing at his jokes, which he covers up by laughing himself about the joke. You know I do. JR is one of the best panelists with his high energy commentary and great humor. Has had me laughing constantly, and George can also be applied with the same praise. I've given JR. I would love Friday Night Fights to return. I hope George brings it back, as it's the second best part of the show following just behind Spider History. The reviews are fantastic and honest, which is very unusual Nowadays, with everyone being yes men to Marvel, the show is so good, I always find a way to support it. However, due to not liking Patreon from past experiences, I always try and super chat with $2.19 every stream to support my favorite podcast. So thanks, Brad, and everyone in the show for a fantastic podcast. In my opinion, you deserve 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Milo via Apple Podcasts from Great Britain. Milo, that is very nice, my man. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're watching this live with us. That's very cool.
If you had 1 million subscribers on YouTube, life would change dramatically.
How so? Pro or con? What would
You'd be making a lot of money.
I would, but I'd have to deal with a lot of spam. We were hit with porn spam a couple shows ago. That was nuts.
Well, the thing is, George, if he had 1 million subscribers, then he could actually pay Panelist, and he'd fire us in a heartbeat.
Kelly wouldn't have to work. Wouldn't that be nice? I could pay you all.
It would just be Brad showing up and be like, "Everybody retired."
He'd probably just hire. He'd probably hire John Campia. So
John Candy's dead.
Campia.
I thought you said John Candy. JR has the hat on backwards to appeal to the youth.
It's not working, by the way.
Yeah. Well, and actually, no, I was doing it to hide my encroaching male pattern baldness. Because I've seen other members of the show do it in the past, and I thought, I might as well too.
Just shoot the hostage, JR.
Is it encroaching if it's already here?
Well, how do you know? You can't see it. So because I've successfully hidden it.
Oh, Milo, JR would be canceled if we had 1 million subscribers. Ooh, that's ouch.
I probably would be.
And Christopher says the spam is an excellent sign that you're doing it right. Well, thanks. I'm glad that I guess it's a positive.
I tell you what, 1 million subscribers will bring back Friday Night Fights.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
We have about 2,000 subscribers, so we've got a ways to go. All right, I'm going to start off the first topic that was not on the rundown. I just added it at the last minute. I will take it. An interview came out with the new Kraven the Hunter. His name is Aaron Taylor Johnson. You know him as Kick-Ass and also Quicksilver. He's in a new Brad Pitt movie, but someone at Variety asked him about the new Kraven the Hunter film, and he has some interesting takes on what Kraven. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Spoke about his experience shooting Kraven, who is described as one of Marvel's most iconic, notorious anti-heroes. Spider-Man's #1 rival. Wow. He found exciting the fact that the character is, quote, not an alien or a wizard. He's just a hunter, a human with conviction, an animal lover, and a protector of the natural world. He's a very, very cool character.
There's a lot of projecting going on here.
So, Panelist, have you ever thought of Kraven the Hunter as Spider-Man's main rival and also an animal lover, because he does wear a giant lion around his neck?
Lover as in loves killing him.
Loves killing him. I agree.
There's been, 8 Spider-Man movies at this point, and he's his #1 rival, and we've never seen him in any of them.
Exactly. Unbelievable. Hobby, what do you think of this?
Despite my great love for Kraven's Last Hunt, he is not his #1 rival. Yeah. That's, one iconic story out of how many? He doesn't even come close to the Green Goblin in terms of being a rival in that level. And I think there's a big difference between Kraven and Venom. With Venom, while he started off as an adversary, but then he morphed into the lethal protector, and Marvel has built comic book series after comic book series, changing Venom's attitude, making him a good guy. Yeah. They've never done that for Kraven. And for them to branch off and try and post him as a hero or an anti-hero, that's it's not based off anything I've read, and it doesn't get me excited for the movie.
The only thing you can kind of point it to of him being an anti-hero is that in the Squirrel Girl book, which is sort of a joke book, they decided to make him team up with Squirrel Girl and hunt poachers or something. So that's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe that's the only one he read.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anybody's excited for them.
What do you think of Quicksilver Kick-Ass's thoughts on the character?
I don't know. My thing is it's going to be a bad movie, so I've already written it off. He can kind of think what he wants to, or rather say the buzzword Sony wants him to say.
Yes. Do you think he'll do better than Morbius?
Possibly.
Yeah.
But I mean, Morbius is now going to be the new cult classic that everybody has to watch.
I'm surprised they haven't
just
Rocky
for free.
Horrored it yet.
Huh?
I'm surprised they haven't Rocky Horrored it yet.
Oh no, it has. That's why it's consistently playing on Twitch.
Morbius 2.0 says Milo. Hornacek says, who's more deluded about their character they're playing? Taylor Johnson about Kraven, or what's his name about El Muerto?
El Muerto.
Muerto.
We at least knew who Kraven was. So.
Well, that is true. That is true. Let's see. We're moving on. Another topic. George, let's go to yours. Here we go. I'll pop it up.
This is the only one I have, and it's the big one.
Okay.
All right. So 22 years of our national nightmare is over. As Joe Quesada is finally exiting Marvel 20 years too late. He dropped this on Twitter saying, hey, thanks for supporting me. I couldn't have done this without you. I am moving on. And he mentions he's gonna, write and direct a movie. Ooh. And that he's got one more thing lined up at Marvel for later this year, and makes a threat that it's amazing, kind of makes a hinted threat that it's going to be Spider-Man related, as he's at the end of his letter, as he says, it's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And, he always threatened us with a third part of what he considers his magnum opus.
Right.
Just one more day / omit / what the hell ever. So I don't think he's done showing his middle finger to Spider-Man fans just yet. I think he's going to do one more twist of the knife on the way out for us not understanding his genius.
Do you think the next story is a Spider-Man story? Is he completing the trilogy?
I think he pretty much tells us it is at the end when he says it's amazing in all caps.
It is. It does say it in all amazing right there.
Yeah, I think that's him saying, "Ha ha, I'm about to stab y'all in the gut one more time, ha ha, because I can."
So any guesses, panelists, what that last story of the Quesada trilogy could be?
Kicking the balls.
Yeah.
I
hope George is wrong. I know he's right, but I hope he's wrong.
Yeah, Kelly, what were you saying?
I'm with Chi-Town. Like, I would hope maybe he wants to rectify some things that he, mistakes that he has made in the past before he leaves. But at the same time, he hasn't been in like the comic area for a while. He's been handling cartoons and the broader media.
After he was promoted away from the movie.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's
true. Here is some panels of his next project that Bleeding Cool has. Is that a symbiote? I don't know. That doesn't tell us much, whatever that is. But that's his next project.
As someone who's covered Quesada's reign from early on, JR remembers back in those dark days. Some things I'll say about him is that as an editor and writer, he was a really great artist.
I agree.
But he gets way too much credit for Marvel's trade paperback program, having turned things around for Marvel, because that program started under Jameis, not Quesada. And that itself gets way too much credit, because what really turned Marvel's fortunes around from the low level it got in 2000 was the movie deals. That's what gave them the cash, the Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four. That's what turned it around for them, and suddenly they had all this cash again. Right. So he does get too much credit. He did bring in a lot of big names that would go on to screw stuff up. I'll point at Bendis as one of them.
However, Christopher Priest on Black Panther, you can't argue with that. He brought him back in. That was successful.
I'm not saying that there wasn't good stuff. I'm just saying there was also a ton of bad stuff.
Right. And since this is a Spider-Man show, that's mainly bad. I think almost everyone would agree on the panel for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he wrecked Spider-Man to set up 10 years of shitty Dan Slott stories.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
And but I mean, we also got JMS, and JMS has ups and downs in his run.
Yeah, true.
But no one wrote Mary Jane and Spider-Man better than JMS as a couple. And it's still in my mind.
He's up there. I do, especially that airplane scene when they got back with Doctor Doom. That was a classic. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Don, thank you for the super chat. Quotes, love to catch you guys live. Is it worth picking up Spider-Man again? Our next show will answer that question personally for me. Yes, I'm loving it. Some people are not. We will discuss that on the next show. The second camera.
I'm loving part of it and hating
does
part
not
of the
like
other.
it. Milo, thank you again for the super chat. Appreciate that, sir. Not Joey on Twitch wants to join the cast live. We will have one of those this summer where people can join live with us. I've got 7 cameras right now, and we're doing good not stepping over each other. But if I add a couple more, it will be really loud. And plus, we kind of have this show planned out. But not Joey. We will have live callers later this summer. So you know for that.
You know what I think has subdued us from
that?
being as chatty as we normally are? The oppressive heat.
Look at that. You didn't hear Tyler? He doesn't have an air conditioner. Earlier, Tyler's rocking no AC, man.
We're bringing it up from downstairs. Don't worry.
Oh, just that would makes me hot thinking about it. That sounds odd. Okay.
Wow. We got rated R there.
I did. I just took a left. Yeah.
What's the timestamp for Hornacek to use when he puts this in the Discord for Crawlspace quotes?
Bringing it up from the basement makes me hot. Came in at 7:17 on the broadcast. There you go.
Real quick though.
Yeah, George.
Let me end, Brad, by saying, hail and
sir.
farewell, Joe Quesada. Can Tom Brevoort be next? Please take him with you.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What impact does Brevoort have on Spider-Man?
Oh, he was Joe Quesada's right-hand man.
Yeah, he's the one that came up with the asinine Brevoort manifesto for how Spider-Man just had to be. You know, it was all about youth, all that crap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you're a Fantastic Four fan, I know this is a Spider-Man show, but Dan Slott is leaving Fantastic Four, and I don't think he has any other Marvel books on the line. He's writing Doctor Who.
Good.
He's got one
go.
coming up.
Let him go to DC where no one cares anymore.
That's right. He does the Edge of the Spider-Verse, and then Fantastic Four wraps up, and then he's done.
2 then.
Okay, yeah. Oh, look, we have. I said 2.
That's called a segue, Brad.
We have.
Go ahead, Javi. Just go ahead.
Sorry, I got distracted by the spam in the chat from Twitch. Okay, Kelly's got the next topic. We've got something happened with the Spider-Man ride. Talk about this a little bit.
I mean, well, it's not a ride.
Oh, sorry.
It's an attraction. It's an animatronic.
Hold on. I don't know if I can mute. All right. Ouch. Can I
Anyway.
volume on this? No, I can't. Okay.
It's very loud.
Yeah, anyway,
Sorry.
again, it's not the ride. It's an animatronic created by Disney, aka it's not actually created by the Imagineers. It was created by the late, great Grant Imahara in conjunction with Disney, because for anything to truly be inventive and actually work anymore, they do need outside sources. But this was one of the last projects that Grant was on before he passed away. And basically, this Spider-Man swings through Avengers Academy. It's an like a robot that essentially swings, does a flip, and then kind of falls behind that.
Yeah, that little beam or whatever.
That little fence. It's kind of so that way they don't need a stunt actor and
Right.
possibly have them get hurt by doing that. Because
Like
in the past,
turn off the dark or the musical or whatever.
yeah. Well, so the thing is like in the past, they have actually had certain cast members do stunts like Tinkerbell, basically ziplining
Yep.
for a fireworks show. It's not safe. So that's why they thought of the animatronic. Clearly, it malfunctioned, which, you know, it is a robot. It is a computer.
And
Things
some wind.
happen.
Deals with wind. Yeah, maybe the wind was really hard that day or something. Yeah.
No, it looks like it just shut down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
it can happen. That can happen.
Yeah.
So clearly, it malfunctioned somewhat. It went down. It's funny to look at, because animatronics break. I know that they were fixing it apparently really quickly, and it was back up and running. the next time that they were doing it. I just really hope that no child was severely traumatized watching that.
Mommy, why is Spider-Man dead? Yeah.
Green Goblin's hit him worse.
Yeah, I feel like the better news is like what's going on in the spam of Twitch.
Oh,
is it because we said Morbius?
No. Okay, here. You're lucky today, Crawlspace. Promo code for 10 viewers for a whole day. There you go. That's what the Twitch is all about. Yeah.
I was hoping more scandalous than that. But...
No, it's not scandalous. I can enter a code. However, we put it out in the universe. The porn bots have heard us. They will be attacking.
They will.
All right. We've got another topic. We've got Javi talking about AF 1000. How did we get here with this numbering? I thought we stopped at 15, Javi.
Well, no, we stopped at 18.
Oh, yeah. We came back in the 90s with Kurt Busiek, didn't we?
Yeah, we had that 3 issues, but didn't they redo those again with like another Amazing Fantasy?
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Up after.
Isn't Amadeus Cho in one of them? I think, yeah.
Something like that. But just like whatever it was 2 years ago where we did Marvel Comics 1000.
Yeah.
They're just going full ahead for the Amazing Fantasy 1000. So lots of returning writers, some new, some old. Neil Gaiman, Jonathan Hickman, some guy called Dan Slott. I don't know if anyone's heard of him, but it's going to be a giant size one shot coming out in August. They haven't released the price yet, but I mean, it's going to be $10 easy.
That's $10.
With the amount of people and prestige, they're full on going to go for $10. There's going to be a ton of variant covers.
Oh yeah.
What pertains to Dan Slott, though, they say Spider-Man Mastermind, Dan Slott, and superstar artist Jim Chung team up to explore the enduring love between Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson in a story set in the far future, which would not be my first choice to write a Peter and MJ.
Is that in the press release? Yeah, it is. My God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, if it was Jed McKay or was it Steve Epting or Ewing? Who did the spectacular?
Kristen Adarski?
No. The
Tom Taylor.
No, in the back in black one that got referenced in Spencer's ASM one.
Oh, I forgot.
Rick Remender?
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't remember.
But either that guy or, like you said, Tom Taylor did a really good MJ issue too. Like I would feel comfortable.
Matt Fraction.
If
that's
thank you. Yeah, I'd feel comfortable if one of those people were even Leah. Oh, I'm blanking on names tonight. Who did Amazing Mary Jane?
That would be Leah Williams.
Leah Thompson from Howard the Duck. My bad.
I was going to say Leah Remini. I'm like, no, this is not escaping Scientology. So
that might be a good story. You don't know.
Well, she directed Picard recently. Yeah. Anyway,
another masterpiece of cinema.
You didn't see it. I know you didn't see it, JR.
Didn't have to.
Oh.
Now, in fairness, Strange New World is good, JR.
Oh, it's real good. I love it. I need to watch
this one. It's good.
Real good. Anybody picking this up besides me?
No, and if you want fewer $10 issues, people, stop buying $10 issues.
I'm going to get it, but I'm only going to get one. I mean, gas is like $5 a gallon, so I'm not going to do. I'm going to get this cover and that cover, and no more variants. Got to tighten the belt.
Brad, you'll get like what 3-4 of these?
No, just one, man. I want to read Neil Gaiman's Spider-Man. I've never seen that before. That's what gets me in.
Like that part intrigues me, but I'm also like, again, it's $10 and we are dealing with like extreme inflation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's almost like at this point it's not worth it.
And Dan Slott is writing a Peter and Mary Jane centric story.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, the guy that, consistently goes on Twitter to say, basically call Mary Jane a whore. Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Now, mind you, he did do Renew Your Vows, but I think he was forced to do that.
Yeah. Well, this is Marvel Hornacek. Of course, I said Howard the Duck, not Back to the Future, but she was in both. Yes, Leah Thompson.
Look, it's
By the way,
canon
we've
that she
also-
is Flash Thompson's aunt in the comics. That's canon.
Also, you got.
Yeah.
And hey, Sarah, what's going on? Sarah is going to be spotlighted on our new Spider Collector segment, July 1. She's got a massive Spider-Man collection, so it'll be our first female Spider Collector. Siri, hush up. I said, hey, Sarah, not hey, Siri. Okay, we've got, I think Javi has this one also. Talk about this one, buddy.
Well, Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man No Way Home is coming back to theaters for Labor Day in the More Fun edition, More Fun Stuff version. They haven't really said what's going to be in it. The clips they showed had some footage of Peter 2 and Peter 3 that we didn't see in the theatrical cut. There was some controversy when the Blu-ray and 4K came out. There were certain people on Reddit that were expecting deleted scenes to be in the movie, particularly like more stuff with Daredevil that was not in the final film. So maybe that got held off from that release so they could make more money and try and take their spot back from Avatar, because Avatar's had some re-releases as well.
How is this possible with that movie?
Bumped up its worldwide box office gross.
So No Way Home is the third biggest box office in the U.S. behind Avatar and Avengers Endgame. So how much does it need to break into?
Well, no, in the U.S. it says Avatar is number 4 after No Way Home.
Oh, okay.
Worldwide, though, it outgrossed everything by having another re-release.
Okay. So they want to try to get more money. I read somewhere that there's like 20 minutes of Toby and Andrew and Tom stuff in there. So that, I don't know. Will that get you guys back in the theater? I own it on Blu-ray.
20 minutes more of them? Yeah, I'd go see it again in theater.
You will?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Oh, yeah. I own the 4K, but I'll be there day one to go see it.
Really?
Again. I saw it in regular theater. Then I took the kids to see it in Dolby Vision. Then Brooke and I went to go see it in IMAX.
What's Dolby Vision? What is that?
It's like a 4K projection. They use this. You know what HDR is, like high dynamic range, where you can get more intense colors in Dolby Atmos. It's basically that, but in the theater, it's more. There's a wider color palette, so certain colors.
It looks
pop
beautiful.
a little
If you
bit
get
more.
a nice projector and everything.
Yeah,
when's this coming out?
Luminance, Labor Day.
Labor Day.
September 2nd, my birthday. That'll work.
Nice.
Good
present. But I was going to say,
who the hell goes to these Avatar re-releases?
With No Way Home, that has to be one of the best theatrical experiences I've ever had in my 45 years on this earth. So to even go see it again on the big screen with a crowd that wants to be there, I mean, I'll spend that money again.
I mean, it was in theaters here in Atlanta up until maybe 4 weeks ago. People were still willing to go see it, and as long as people are willing to go see it, it'll be in theaters.
Yeah. Well, see, then they'll double dip us on the home video release. Super extended cut. Get this
exactly.
Yeah. They learned that from George Lucas, is what they did.
I'm just gonna wait till they're online on YouTube. I can wait.
The extra 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Another movie that was re-released to theaters. How's that for a segue? Kelly, you've got this one.
Well, I was going to do the segue for you because I had a feeling, but glad you did it. But yeah, so Sony, because they'll do anything for $1.
You're like RoboCop. I do that for $1.
Yeah. So anyway, they started seeing that Twitter was making up their own Morbius movie. It started the memes and started a lot of people having fun with it. And so when Sony saw that they were doing 24-hour streams of it on Twitch to make fun of it, they were like, let's, people actually want to see it. People want to see it. So we'll put it back out there. They put it back in 1,000 theaters and only made $85,000 in the 2 weeks it was back. Right. They also tried to make it compete with Top Gun Maverick. So
because it's Morbin time. It's Morbin time.
I'm sorry. They made the entire movie into a GIF.
Oh yeah, no, like they essentially, by re-releasing it and having it fail so hard again in theaters, they pretty much have solidified this movie into cult status.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, especially on the internet, they seem to think that Sony just didn't understand. I think Sony did understand. They just saw money numbers and they went, can we make more money off this? Because we need to at least make profit.
Yeah. Amy Pascal logic.
Well, you know,
Amy Pascal logic, Avia Reed logic, just money. So obviously they failed, but the thing is it's still currently streaming on Twitch regularly. So because people will watch it if it's free.
One of the things I saw was Jared Leto even was helping with the social media. He was in like his living room reading a Morbius 2 script, Morbius 2 Morbin Time, and he was in on the social media aspect of it.
Well, that's because he's trying to be hip so he can get some of those 17-year-old girls to message him back.
Damn. Wow.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
Well, he's going to have to compete with Ezra Miller for that youth group.
No. Ezra picks 13-year-olds.
Wow.
Anyway, I saw someone say that because Jared Leto posted it, the meme's dead. Everybody pack up, go home.
Oh yeah. Pretty much the 50-year-old came in and ruined the joke. But
I agree, Chris.
Whoa! What's wrong with 50-year-olds? Hold up.
Jared Leto's 50. It's if you're 50 and you're hitting on 17-year-olds, I do think you're not cool.
I agree. That's wrong.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, but drinking all the vampire bat blood makes him younger because, you know, he's method, so he probably did that.
Yeah.
Method or meth?
Both.
Wow.
Kelly's on fire
method,
tonight.
yeah.
Love it.
There's a
I don't like
YouTube
Jared
channel
Leto.
I know.
called Dan Murrell. He does like a weekly chart show where he talks box office, and he did the breakdown on it, like the per theater average. The re-release got 5 people per theater to go see it.
Honestly, that was more than I expected it to do. So good job.
Here's a question: If Kraven does similar numbers, what does Sony do?
Keep doing what they're doing because they don't know how to do anything without Marvel doing it.
My answer to the question is, I think they're going to cast another Spider-Man if they can't have Tom Holland, and they're going to have to put Spider-Man somewhere in these films.
Well, no, I saw a rumor that said they wanted to get Andrew Garfield back for this alternate universe, but apparently Andrew said no.
So he's taking a break. He's taking a break from acting.
Wise decision.
Yeah. He is an Academy Award winning or nominated actor. Nominated. He doesn't need Morbin Time. I mean, come on. And also, what's Michael Keaton doing? He's an Academy Award winning actor in Morbius.
The money's good.
Yeah.
Again, everything here is about money.
It is.
And I will still stand by what I said during the review. The script itself was not bad, but the direction that they had in it was absolutely dreadful. That was a horrible director, and it completely ruined whatever good that was from that movie.
I'll give you that.
Well, Sony's not going to change that formula.
Oh no, they're not.
No.
We've got a Venom kind of topic. So of course I gave it to Tyler. Tyler, take this one over.
Yeah, Midnight Suns. So
I'll play a little bit of it.
This game has been announced previously, and this is and it's basically the Midnight Suns comic book. They've essentially adapted the team into a video game, except they've also added a bunch of like Avengers characters and whatnot. So it's not just the supernatural characters.
Spidey and Venom.
Yeah, exactly. So Venom's actually a bad guy you fought. So Lilith is the main bad guy, and she's infected a few of our heroes and villains. You got Venom, Sabretooth, Scarlet Witch, and then the Hulk, who have been turned into like demon forms.
Right.
And so yeah, she's like the big baddie of the game. But the gameplay, it's made by the same people who made XCOM, I believe. And so
I don't know what that one is.
It's a turn-based game, and there's also like a card system in it.
Oh God, XCOM is terrifying. That's a game that cheats. It is. If you've ever played XCOM, you know that game cheats.
It is different. It's not exactly the same as XCOM, where you you have to aim. You have a chance of hitting someone. They said they want you to feel powerful like a superhero, so you're guaranteed to hit someone. And it's just even though it is turn based, they said it's going to be different. But yeah, and so you play as the character called the Hunter, I believe, who's mysterious
original character, right?
Original character with mysterious past, and so that's sort of your player character you can customize. And
There's
hang out
there, I think,
some random edgelord.
And Spidey has a new costume, as you see right there.
He's got everybody's got a bunch of different alternate costumes in this game. There's even another one they gave away on Twitter. It's the Spider of Vengeance skin, and so
Lilith at least looks cool.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Scarlet Witch, and here comes the Hulk. No, that's Venom.
Venom.
Look at the tongue, and here comes the Hulk coming up. So Spidey versus Hulk. You think I'm in? I'm in.
Are you sure it's not the Green Goblin from the Ultimate Universe?
Yeah,
it does look like Green Goblin, actually. Anybody interested in that game besides me? I think it looks kind of cool.
I'm definitely picking it up.
Yeah, I love the old Midnight Suns, but this does nothing to me. I'm like, it was a strong enough story. It didn't need all these other characters in it.
Yeah, and they've also said there's obviously 3 different editions, and it's all bonus cosmetic stuff, but there's 23 premium skins you get with the most expensive edition. And 2 of those costumes, you have the symbiote Spider-Man costume and then the Spider-Man demon costume, whatever that is. So,
Milo says this reminds him of Web of Spider-Man 96. Christopher can't wait for the game. Sarah says the only good thing about Morbius was the after credit scene. Let's see. So I got Tyler and me picking it up. Javi, you interested in this one?
I mean, given how the Avengers came out, I might just be saving my shekels for PS5 and Spider-Man 2 whenever that makes its way.
Yeah.
See, to be fair, the difference that Avengers was a live service game. They wanted is a multiplayer live service where they're trying to nickel and dime you for everything.
Well,
this is a single player experience, so they're not. It's not like a loot based thing. Yeah. This is more like Guardians of the Galaxy, where that was a self-contained thing.
Guardians of the Galaxy is a great game. It's
very
like
good
$20 if you want to pick it up. I've been playing it. I'm almost done with it. I like it a lot.
I love it.
Tyler sent me a picture of what the new Spidey suit looks like. Retweet to get the Spider Vengeance skin. What do you mean I got to retweet?
Or don't keep your
ticket. They give you a code.
Yeah. It was a limited offer, but yeah, that's just one.
I can't get
in the game.
I kept my dignity, George. I'm not retweeting.
Good.
All right.
Looks like garbage.
Yeah. You still game, George? Like console, or are you all PC? You're PC now, aren't you?
I am fully.
Has George ever been PC though?
Personal computer. Personal computer. My bad.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I am a PC gamer. I just recently got back into Grand Theft Auto 5 roleplay, where you can find me on Offscript RP as Dr. Rex Masterson and the criminal mastermind Dixon Butts.
Expect no less from you.
You know, it's not on the news topics, but the Spider-Man game is coming to PC, and you can play the whole game with the original costume. So, George, if you would like to pick that up, I would highly recommend it.
That's the one with that crappy ass costume?
You don't have to play it in the white suit. You can play it with the classic, the whole game.
Maybe
it's good.
I mean, you could also play him with just his boxers. So
little spider heads on the boxes. If you want to do that, George, if you're kinky.
I'm not a pervert. That sounds, no.
Sarah says she retweeted, so she has the skin. So there you go. Good job, Sarah.
I do.
Peter, your topic. What do we got?
Well, J.D. Mateus is back in the kitchen again, cooking with Ben Reilly.
Whoa, hold on.
So there's an ad right there. Okay. Spider-Man: The Lost Hunt is coming, where he's going to write Ben Reilly. It appears that Kraven the Hunter is going to be a part of it, but we don't know. He didn't specifically say that it was going to be Kraven the Hunter. We just assume it is because it's the hunt. But
right.
And this is a book or a comic?
This is a comic.
It's a mini series. It's JMD's follow up to Ben Reilly.
Maybe Kraven will do us a favor and kill Ben Reilly.
It was an ad in the back of the Ben Reilly series, George.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like how the Peter David stuff would tease the next miniseries at the end of the current arc. That's what they did this time.
Okay.
And that Ben Reilly mini was good. I liked it. I thought it was good. I know it's
we'll
not
be
for
talking
everyone.
about that later, but I thoroughly enjoyed that series.
I did
too. It was really good.
I thought it was great.
And hopefully, I'm hoping in this new one, I'm hoping we see Kane, because Kane does also have a history with Kraven, as JMD wrote, I believe, in some of the backups way back during Grim Hunt. So
Yeah.
I would love to see more of Kane.
Let's see. Milo says he's still playing Overwatch with George.
I haven't played Overwatch in a long time. I don't know. I'll probably check out Overwatch too, but I don't know. I'm kind of I don't know. I'm kind of burnt out on
Blizzard's not a great company anymore either. So
no, they're really not. And I played that new Warcraft expansion or the most recent one, the one that's out now. And it was just, oh my God, the story was so dreadful. Everything about that made me want to just, defenestrate myself.
The what? What'd you say?
Defenestration.
Throw himself out a window.
Throwing out the window.
Defenestration? Is that what you said?
Defenestrate. To throw someone out the window.
I didn't know there was a word for throwing a dude out a window.
I'll type it out for you in the chat.
Welcome to Spider vocabulary here. I've never heard of. So, who does Spider-Man throw out windows? The burglar and Sam Raimi's first one. He just fenestrated the burglar.
Yes.
Oh,
did I use it right?
Though. The burglar tripped and fell.
Spider-Man did not throw.
Yeah, technically.
Okay, there's probably a word for trip out the window.
Defenestrate is actually like you literally throwing somebody out of a window, typically to their death.
I think Josh Keaton from the Spectacular Spider-Man actually vocabbed that word during the Green Goblin episode.
Oh, nice. Let's see. Hornacek says, I learned that word from an episode of X-Files. Well, there you go. Hornacek says, since Kraven is dead and hasn't come back to life at the point of this miniseries, could we have JMD writing Ben meeting his daughter, Anya, a.k.a. Skittles the Penny Hooker? That will never die.
It's probably going to be one of the other Kravens that was around during the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's probably right. Next topic we've got some image was released from the new Spider-Verse 2 movie. Looks like Ben Reilly and Spider-Gwen are going to be fighting one of my most underrated villains, I think, called the Spot.
Brad, you said Ben Reilly, and that's Miles.
How do you know? We can't see who's under that mask. That could be a Peter. No, it's Miles Morales. I'm sorry. I got cloned.
It literally says meet the Spot, Miles. Morales,
I know.
Most formidable foe, right there.
I know.
He's got Ben on the brain.
I got Ben on the. Isn't that a Beyonce song?
What?
Anyway, I just offended Chi-Town and Kelly. They're like, I've had enough. There, she's back. Okay. Yes. What do you guys think of this? Are you excited? The Spot's on the next Spider-Verse movie?
I'm also a big fan of the Spot.
Me too, man.
Obviously, I grew up with a '90s cartoon, and he played a pretty big part in that. So I've always enjoyed this reading, his Spot's appearances, and I think. Because I'm a big animation fan, and the Spider-Verse has amazing animation. I think the Spot's powers will look amazing in animation. So I'm very excited for that.
I agree. JR, haven't heard from you in about 30 minutes. Are you okay? What do you think of that?
Well, just the idea of this movie makes me so hot. I think I'll go into a back room and defenestrate.
That's my fault. I regret having That's on me. That's on me.
That is.
JR looks kind of like that alien from Farscape that farts helium.
The what? Who does?
The alien on Farscape that farts helium.
Who does? Spot does?
Goddamn, Brad. The alien on Farscape.
I've never seen Farscape, so I don't know what. Okay. All right, I'll ask.
Good Lord.
I'm multitasking. I got comments. I'm popping things up. Okay. Don.
Farscape reference, George.
Don, thank you for the super chat. Can we get rid of Miles and other spiders? Why?
Yes,
Miles is a good character.
Yes, please. Let's get rid of. We need to thin the herd. I'm sorry.
However, I will. Miles and Miguel and Ben, I like. The rest, like the T-Rex Spider-Man that's coming out soon in this Edge of the Spider-Verse. The Dan Slott's writing.
That
What's-
sounds
come on,
shitty
that-
even for Slot.
I don't
Okay.
really.
There is a world with Spider-Man from like where everybody's reptilian. That is a thing.
Yeah.
There was a what if issue on it, so I don't know if that's necessarily what's going on. Because I personally, the moment I saw Dan Slott was on those books, I was like, I'll read it when it gets here. But other than that, I'm not. I don't even want to like see a preview of it because it'll just make me sad.
In Death Metal, they just did a dark version of a Batman dinosaur, so it makes sense that Marvel would do Spider Treks or whatever they're calling them. But
Here you go. Here he is, right there.
I mean, come on. It's not like they're gonna make
It's
Spider
Barney.
Rex.
I'm assuming they're not gonna make like his own ongoing series. This is just a one shot like we had with a whole bunch of other Spider people. And
Are we sure that's not Barney in cosplay?
I thwip you, you thwip me. We're a happy Spider family. All right, sorry. I'm gonna go. What am I gonna go do, George?
I don't know. What are you going to do?
fix your
Jump through the
cracking
window,
microphone.
whatever that word was.
Defenestrate, Brad.
I'm gonna go defenestrate. Okay, we're moving on to a topic for JR. And JR, the fans have demanded that you bring the funny for this one. Now, let me diffuse you a little bit. This story is so dumb, Brad. Why would you ever have this topic, Brad? This story is 5 years old, Brad. Okay, now
Wow.
go, JR. I've already said it, so now you bring the funny.
Okay, well, first of all, let me.
Hold on, is it me? Who's making static noises? All right, now you have props, it looks like. Go ahead, JR.
Well, first of all, let me bring out my box of a steaming pile of shit that JR doesn't care about.
That's legitimate. It's a legitimate use.
Legitimate box.
And of course,
We've
you
seen
know,
this
it's
box before.
steaming, so I have to reach in carefully and pull it out.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and it's a Brad Douglas news story. All right. What a surprise. All right.
Go ahead. What?
All right.
Is it literally hot off the presses?
What did I
well,
miss?
Steaming?
Well, boys and girls, we have now reached the part of the Brad Douglas News Hour where we present news that isn't news, inconsequential stories about inconsequential people doing things of no consequence. So, and that has only a tangential reference to Spider-Man in the first place. So, we take you to Atlanta, one of those places that is so hot and humid that it makes, like Texas and Florida, it makes crazy people even crazier. We bring you the story of
Kelly's from there.
Yeah, I'm also like I'm like, why wasn't I doing this story? I might be able to find the guy.
Do you
Well,
have a steaming pile of bullshit box?
Perhaps you could help us locate Dunwoody. Where is Dunwoody relative to you?
Well, Dunwoody is just a little north of downtown Atlanta.
Okay.
Like tiny bit, like it is in the Atlanta metro, but it's a tiny bit north.
Maybe Brad didn't give it to you because he respects you more.
That's not it.
That's not
Kelly's
By the
real.
way, JR, you're bringing the funny so far. Milo says this is you at your best. Keep going.
Well, our story starts out with a suspected car burglar, which I've never really heard of that term. I've heard carjacker, car heister, not really a car burglar. It almost makes me wonder if he's going to have a pinstripe suit or something like that. But the car burglar.
Oh, I can tell you the difference.
What's the difference?
A burglar means that they break into the car and steal stuff, but they don't actually steal your car. Carjacker is where they steal your car.
Aha.
The more you know, right here in the Crawlspace.
There you
Fascinating. And of course, we won't ask Kelly why she can differentiate between types of crimes.
I live in Atlanta. Because I live in Atlanta.
A hotbed of crime. Okay.
JR, you jerk.
To
Go
along with the heat.
80s. Exactly.
Kelly,
Exactly.
he's been picking on my state for at least 20 years. So keep.
Yep. Well, a suspected car burglar made a daring attempt to escape police in Dunwoody, climbing atop the roof of the Cheesecake Factory at Perimeter Mall to try to get away.
There he is.
Now,
right there.
Usually in these cases, when a suspected, I shouldn't say suspected, where a criminal does something incredibly stupid, usually officers will administer a stupidity test. And if it goes above, 1.0 on the stupidity scale, he gets arrested, even if he didn't commit a crime, frankly. But according to police, the pursuit began before 10 p.m. Tuesday when an officer spotted the man breaking into a car parked near Ashford Dunwoody Road. Police said the man, who was not identified, took off toward Perimeter Mall when he noticed the officer, who gave chase and cornered the suspect near trash compactors behind the Cheesecake Factory. Now, anyway, so this is
you self-edited. There was some bad stuff you were about to say, and you self-edited. You're growing, JR. You're growing.
I wouldn't say I self-edited. It's just that I've just reached. This is reaching so deep into the pool of insignificance that I'm having a hard time pulling out anything that merits being said. But for the sake of the fans, I'm going to try. So I guess in the case of this is the first, I guess, case I've heard of where instead of running down or across or whatever, somebody decides to run up. So he decides to climb the trash compactor, and pipes that ran along the exterior wall. He climbed atop the restaurant's rooftop and tried to hide from officers, but police foiled his plan when they searched the roof. Officials said the man emerged from his hiding spot and in typical... if you really want to get yourself arrested, ask for help getting down from the roof. So, we have someone so stupid that in the process of committing a crime, he literally begs the police to arrest him to get him down from the roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Police
called in the DeKalb County Fire Rescue Department.
Yeah.
Really what they just should have done was they just should have picked him up and defenestrated him, but I guess that's not really an option. I mean, I figured
that's police brutality, JR.
This isn't Fulton County. So, yeah.
Well, I guess it's DeKalb County, right? I guess.
Yeah. It's the other Atlanta county.
JR, get to the Spider-Man quote. Get to the quote.
Well, here once again, boys and girls, you understand the ludicrous part of these news stories that Brad always gives me. Because I've talked for almost 15 minutes and there's been no Spider-Man reference. And Brad is telling me to get to the Spider-Man reference. So even he recognizes that Spider-Man is in no way consequential to the story.
Brad, you're a goddamn monster.
Yet he keeps putting it on his news anyway.
There.
I mean, I would rather do more Ditko news.
I've got that next
about pictures that Brad thinks are of Steve Ditko.
Folks, you haven't lived through Brad Douglas Follies unless you. I tell you, tried to crack the code at 3 a.m. on whether or not something is or is not Steve
Dear
Ditko.
Mr. DeFalco, dear Mr. Peter David.
Hi.
All right. Well, Brad, put the infamous put the quote up.
Yeah,
Put the
it's in the
quote up.
headline too, by the way. It's in the headline. And here's the quote. Go
They
ahead,
call
JR.
that clickbait.
If you want to be my Spidey.
Sorry, Mr. Wannabe Spider-Man, you didn't think this through. Department officials said.
All
Police
right.
did not specify the man's charges. That's because they're trying to figure out how they can arrest him for sheer stupidity. Since he obviously apparently didn't get what he came for. I mean, he was, did he successfully break into the car? I don't know. He obviously didn't get anything. So they're trying to find out if they can hold him for first-class stupidity. So once again, boys and girls, we have brought you another another example of Brad Douglas's journalistic instincts.
Yep.
And so I return this story to the steaming pile of shit that I don't care about.
Now,
And where we will revisit it again.
Next
And Brad
month-
thinks up another thoroughly stupid story. to
I got a
present
question.
on
Is that
Brad
a long-
Douglas News?
is that a short box or a long box of crap I made up or whatever? Because you put it in a comic book box.
That's
Is
a
it
short. That's not a long box. A long box would be much longer, Brad.
Okay.
That's why they call it a long box.
I couldn't tell it. George, don't you start attacking me. I can only take one at a time. Get in line.
I am the line.
You can't handle the line. Milo says you're going to need a shredder soon if that pile gets too big.
I need a
Sony
landfill.
Hornacek says Sony is buying that burglar's life story, is making a movie about him next year. It's cheesecake time. Yeah.
I like the photo in the article.
Oh yeah.
Is of the Macaroni Grill, which is across the street. It
Oh,
is
it's-
not the actual mall.
That reporter shot the wrong place. Well,
Like
that's
that's
funny.
not where the Cheesecake Factory is, but I guess that's where they had to get him down.
Well, maybe he ran up the macaroni
well,
grill too.
Wait a minute. Since it's a Spider-Man story, they
Yeah.
saw that this had red and blue in it, and
It does.
therefore assumed that it had to be about Spider-Man. That's how they made the connection.
Yeah. But also, why is the DeKalb County fire department ladder red and blue? Why does it have lights on it? Why is it so fancy?
I don't know. It's an attractive looking ladder.
Well, they probably want to
it-
distinguish it from the
if
Fulton County Fire and Rescue.
Yeah,
ladders.
well, yeah, obviously.
If you pull
Yeah.
the picture back up and
Yeah.
actually look at it, I think it's reflecting the police lights from the cruiser on the left side.
Oh, good call. Good call.
That's why you pay me the big bucks, Brad.
I like this comment here from Hornacek. The author's picture at the bottom of the article looks surprised that he had to write this story. He was like, Brad Douglas gave me a tip and I got to write it. Poor Matt Bruce.
That Matt Bruce picture reaction is in 5 years, J.R. Fettinger will mock this.
Why does a Cheesecake Factory need a trash compactor? What does God need with a starship?
Well, it's attached to the mall, so it's actually the mall's trash compactor. All of them use it.
I've got an idea. Why don't we, next time, Brad, when you give me these ridiculous stories, why don't we have Kelly be the on-the-spot news reporter?
Yeah, there we go.
Kelly reporting live from the Cheesecake Factory. Kelly, tell me, where did the man run up the macaroni grill and what's being compacted in the cheesecake place? I didn't know it had. I didn't see where it was. I could have.
There's Kelly in a cheesecake. What? Oh, right. I'm on. Sorry.
I can't.
Nom nom. Yeah, no doubt. All right. To follow that up with what? What could I follow that up with?
Oh God.
Ditko News.
Yes, we've got Ditko News.
Yeah.
Wrapping the show up. A mural in Johnstown has been put up. It's the first official approved Marvel mural. So this is on the side of Bottleworks, which is a museum that displayed a bunch of artwork from Steve Ditko. It's Steve Ditko's hometown, and Marvel approved the mural. So if you want to go to Johnstown and see where Steve Ditko was born, his family worked with Marvel, and they put this up on the side of the building of the art museum. And I think it looks really, really cool. What do you guys think?
That is cool.
That's awesome.
I love that. That is from Isn't it kind of a merging of Amazing Spider-Man Annual 2 and another scene? Help me out, guys. What's that?
It was
like
a splash page where they were explaining Spider-Man's agility.
Yeah, mixed with.
I think it was an Amazing Spider-Man Annual 1 is one of the text pages.
And the strange picture on the left, where is that from? I think it's. I thought that was Amazing Annual 2. I don't know, but I think it's beautiful, and so does Gary and the Frozen. So, let's see. All right, I think that's awesome that they honor Steve Ditko in his hometown. So that's very cool. So if you check that out.
That is cool.
That's very cool. That was our Ditko news. Final thoughts on this episode, Javi?
They even included the hyphen and Spider-Man on their murals, so go check it out.
They did. I love that. Very cool. Final thoughts, Tyler?
I think we had some good news. I'm excited for the game and animation and, into the Spider-Verse. I think it was a decent month, and, Quesada gone, so.
Yeah. I'm craving cheesecake now, too, suddenly.
You're not craving Kraven?
I'm not craving Kraven. I'm craving cheesecake. Kelly, what cheesecake you like?
Anything that I can actually eat, because
that's true.
Can't. Unfortunately, lots of it has flour involved, but you saying cheesecake Kraven makes me feel like there's some weird fetish fan art somewhere that I don't want to see.
Of Kraven eating
now those are my final thoughts. I really don't want to see a cheesecake pinup of Kraven. Please don't do it.
Maybe the ramen Spider-Man character fights a cheesecake Kraven.
Okay, I see. When you said cheesecake, you're talking about like scantily clad. I was thinking of like the carbs. I get it. I'm on it now. So Kraven laying like Reynolds style Cosmo.
There was that
Kraven on a
Spider-Verse
lion skin, bearskin
rug with the spider ramen from 2 years ago.
If you listen closely, you can hear the gears in Brad's head.
Yeah, man, they need some WD-40.
I mean, Brad is younger than me, yet I think he has exhibited far more signs of dementia than I have.
Things going on. I got comments. I got images. I'm trying to hear you all.
The ADHD.
I got too much going on.
ADHD, yes, that squirrel. I know, right? Spider, Kraven, cheesecake.
This is where we need Ava to come into the room and lead him away from the reporters.
And I got to fill up JR's box. That sounds odd.
Whoa. There's a family stove, Douglas.
Someone please timestamp this.
Hold a sec. I don't want to see that one again. Oh my God.
Keep your hands out of my box, bro, okay? Because I don't know where it's been, and neither does my box. So.
All right.
Somebody's gonna get this.
Brad, yes. Milo's also gluten-free. Kelly, final thoughts, Chi-Town. Peter.
It's 8:00.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, past 8:00. So
I know we're late for the review show, so we're gonna get that. George is gonna review all 3 issues next by himself.
Great. I'll hand him my notes and I'll leave because I didn't want to do it.
that's awesome, George. You are such a trooper.
I'm sorry, Kelly. I have to leave. You guys have fun talking about shit I don't read anymore. But I'm up out this bitch.
You're up out this. Okay. Any thoughts, George?
No, I'm pleased this Punch Quesada's gone. Brevoort needs to go as well before actual healing can begin. And we're years away from Spidey being readable. Or at least for me, to a point where I would even consider giving the book another chance. I feel a lot better now that I have quit and ended the cycle of abuse with Marvel. Now that I no longer give Marvel power over me,
right?
I've actually felt better as a Spider-Man fan.
Okay, JR, how's your box? Final thoughts.
It's not working, Brad. You just, kind of like Captain Kirk said to Mr. Spock in Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. You just don't have the knack.
Final thoughts, you old bastard.
Wow.
That was my final thought. Although it's funny that George isn't going to stay for Spider-Man reviews of a book he doesn't read, but he will stay for Brad Douglas news that no one cares about. So,
and these are my friends. All right, everybody, thank you very much. We will be back in just a few minutes. Check us out.